Welcome back to the Super Movie Bros podcast. I'm Michael.
And Kyle,
Oh yeah, no fancy way to say your name for this one.
only way I could think of is like say it with like a Boston accent or something.
Ah yeah,
Kyle,
it's Michael and Kyle. Oh God, where did I go with that?
I don't know. That sounds Australian.
Yeah, it did. Alrighty, Kyle, I am shivering in my boots, wondering what you're gonna say. So I do kind of need a base a la la la. What do you think of Manchester by the Sea, starring Casey Affleck, Kyle Chandler? I forget the women's names
Michelle Williams,
and Lucas Hedges.
Gretchen Mol, and then just a random ass role from Matthew Broderick.
Oh yeah, he does.
He
He's
was
in
like
it.
randomly popped. I was like, what the?
Real quick story. I had to like pause the movie and just stare at Haley for a second because she had the audacity. Take into account, my wife is like 4 years younger than me, and then Matthew Broderick comes on the screen and she goes, "Do you know who that is?" She's like you know who that is, right? And I'm just like,
It's the voice of Stuart Little.
Ferris Bueller right
Oh
there, you
yeah,
know? I don't know.
I
Just,
know. Yeah.
I was, but just looking at her and being like, do you know who you're talking to?
What was her? What was she gonna say?
She knew who it was, but, oh, like what would be
Yeah, was she
her
like
thing? I forgot what she mentioned. It wasn't
Sarah
something,
Jessica Parker's husband? Something like that.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't.
It just bugged
I don't
me.
know. He was randomly just. I don't know. I don't know why it caught me off guard when he was in the movie. But
It feels like one of those things where it's low budget, so they get like friends of theirs to do it for cheap.
do you think they wanted Ben Affleck so that they couldn't get him, so they had to get his little brother?
No, not at all.
I,
So, I mean, the origins of this like story where John Krasinski and Matt Damon were like, what if there was like uh, a handyman that was emotionally crippled, and then they took it. They couldn't think of, I guess, exactly. They took it to Kenneth Lonergan.
I,
That's his name. Anyway, they took it to him, and then he worked on it for 3 years, and then they were like, "Oh well, you should direct it."
and it won like I remember when it came out, it won a lot of awards. I
Yeah,
remember
Casey
I heard a
Affleck won Best
lot
Actor for it.
about it. Heard a lot about it.
Yeah.
So what I think about it is it's really, really, really good.
Oh, you did think
I do
that.
like it. Yeah.
I
do
just
like
the only text message I got is like whenever I was like, "Yo, you got to do the this segment," and you're like, "Well, it's gonna be for the other movie because you can't do it about that depressing shit or whatever."
Oh, it's beautifully depressing.
Yes, exactly.
I thought going into it, I just thought it was gonna. Well, it was a lot of what I did think it was, which is I knew it was around like death, and I knew it was around grief, and I knew why I avoided it because I would say this like I'm just never in the mood to watch this kind of movie, but I mean it still doesn't make it not great.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know if I'll ever watch this movie again, kind of thing.
Oh, nice.
Because it's just like I don't know with movies like this that are like really just very emotional and the whole beat of the story is emotions and stuff. I don't know. I feel like it hits so good the first time that I don't know. I don't know. I just never in the headspace to watch something like this. But I'm glad I watched it. I mean, I'm
That's
glad
funny.
this kind of podcast makes me watch stuff that I obviously wouldn't usually go out
Yeah.
my way to watch. But I liked it.
I have like a reverse reaction to if there's an emotional resonance that is good, like no matter how sad it is, if it's truth, then I
Yeah.
kind of have the reverse reaction. Like it makes me feel better after.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I would go out of my way to refuse to watch this movie.
But there's also
But it's
there's
just
there's like a very 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 realistic sense of hope in the movie. I feel like
So
because it's definitely not a you can get over and you can get through everything kind of movie.
That's what I liked about it is so obviously who's watching this who hasn't seen the movie, but his children die in this fire, and it's really about
That's kind of technically his fault.
yeah. So, and I have questions to you about it because you've seen it a couple times and stuff, but he doesn't ever. I put in my notes. He doesn't. He's got a character arc, but it's just like a little hump. I mean, he gets some
Yeah.
optimistic. He
Yeah.
makes some changes, but by the end of the start and the finish of this, he's still a very grief-stricken, depressed person.
Yeah.
That's just I don't think ever going to get over
No.
what has happened. And then I like the juxtaposition of his wife, who I actually the movie kind of started. I thought I would not like her or something.
Yeah.
I ended up really do liking her because she's able to move on and restart her life kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he can't. So you get two opposites kind of thing. Someone that can get through it, someone that is like, my identity is that kind of, I don't know.
Well, I don't think he identifies with that. He just can't separate himself from it.
Yeah, and he can't beat it. But that's what he says. Yeah, he said that. Because even in that town, everyone kind of looks at him.
Everyone knows. Yeah.
And so my question is why do they think that he did it on purpose? Why
They don't.
That's what okay. So they think that he was just a
like the one lady that's like, I don't want to see him back here again. I think there are just people that judge for the situation and probably look at it differently because they know, oh, he was partying that night and stuff like that. And they probably just have
so
this.
like well, he was irresponsible and careless. Okay, because I was like, do they think that he did this on purpose?
But also, I don't think. I think it makes sense that people would look at it that way. I just don't think you can, like, realistically look at it in any sort of way that actually blames him for that.
Oh, yeah. If anyone, he blames himself more than
Anybody
else.
Yeah.
That's why I really like the whole kind of linchpin scene of the whole movie. It's like just like an hour in, the cop station, when Poole goes for the gun, tries to off himself.
Another short story. First girlfriend that I dated. Mm-hmm. That is the point where we stopped watching because she was like, he wasn't really going to do it. He just was doing that for attention. And
look at me.
Yeah.
No way.
It made me so mad. And then like 10 minutes later, she tried to be like, oh, I was just joking, which I didn't believe. But also I was like, well, I don't care. I think
that's when you knew the relationship wasn't going to work.
Maybe, yeah. There's another movie that we will eventually watch that was really, really the telling sign.
Yeah, no, I mean, just kind of looking online, I mean, I just saw stuff like, man, I just heard that scene.
Yeah.
And so when it was coming, I knew it was coming, but it's still very, very emotional.
Yeah.
And it's like he's shocked.
When you say you knew it was coming, did you know, like, were you at all surprised by the kids thing? Like, did you know that was coming? Did you read into it?
No, I mean, just by being interested in movies and stuff, I knew that someone close to him died. And I think I've seen like maybe during the award season, like when they're showing how good of his acting, like they show that scene.
Yeah.
So I've seen the gun grab.
Yeah.
I didn't know exactly who died.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the brother dying too. And I also thought instead of his nephew, I thought it was like his son or something. But yeah. So I didn't know much. But no, so like he's surprised. Like you're letting me go.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he wants to be like handcuffed and put in prison.
Exactly.
Like he'd rather be there than out there.
Yeah.
So I like that part a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, take it away. Sorry, I've lost my thought on that one. But
no,
that's just
cool.
that scene in general.
Well, no. In general, it's funny that there's. I don't know. I go back to the idea that, you know, why do people think he did it on purpose? I think it's funny that people in the movie act differently about it. And judge him for it, but also there's a lot of people like in the reviews. I remember a few years ago I was reading it because it has like a 7 point something on IMDb, and I was like, oh, I thought that was weird. And people don't necessarily have an issue with the movie, like they have an issue with the idea of the story, because people will be like, main character's so unlikable, why the hell? And I'm like, what the hell?
On the way here this morning, I was just looking at what other people saw, but someone was like, what's the point of this movie? He starts this way and he ends this way, and he doesn't do any progression.
Yeah,
I was like, I kind of get what they're trying to say, but I was like, it's not like he's not. It's a very minor character change and just mindset of the character rather than I'm a new man.
Well, to be honest, that's probably my least favorite rule of storytelling is the idea that your characters have to change, because I think sometimes a story is, and obviously there is a minor change here, as we've said, but sometimes your story is, this is how a person is. How will this person react to this situation? You know what I mean? And then it's a little bit more intense of a study of the character, and then the situation. It doesn't.
I think the whole movie. Sorry, I think the whole movie is just how people deal with grief differently. Kind of thing.
Exactly. And I think there's. I don't know. I feel like it's just a dumb rule.
No, I just think it's people are just wanting it to be just more obvious. Like he gets a new haircut and a good shave, and he's got a new house, and he's like walking
Yeah,
on the beach and sunny.
exactly, right? Yeah, and that's just not real life.
No, no. But I mean, he does do little minor things though that.
No,
like we
I
said,
think
that
it's perfect.
he ends up fishing with this. I keep saying the son, his nephew. He gets a place with an extra room just
Yes,
in case.
exactly. No, that's the big thing you should take
It's
from
little
it.
steps, baby
Yeah,
steps.
exactly.
Yeah.
And you can even see him, like, I don't know, to me when he's like, do we have to talk about this right now? Even that tells me, oh, they'll talk about it later. Doesn't mean they will, but you get what I'm saying, where it's like,
Yeah.
like you said, baby steps. It'll
Well,
take
so,
time.
yeah, because you got him who deals with grief by pretty much one of the worst ways possible. Then his nephew.
Drinking and trying to get himself beat up.
Yeah, yeah, and avoiding women.
Yeah. Well, because I think that's where you really see the grief and the guilt. He won't let himself have any sort of pleasure like that.
Yeah, I like it because I like the his nephew's upstairs trying to have sex, while the mom of the girl is obviously into him, and
Yeah.
he's just not about it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he's just like, "Why can't you talk to her so I can just?"
Yeah, exactly. He's like, that's not.
I like
I
it.
don't
So
do
yeah,
it.
like the son, the nephew, the son, whatever you want to call him. What's his name in the movie? Oh gosh, I just forgot the character's name. Lucas.
Lucas Hedges is the name
Okay,
in real
well,
life.
He deals with the grief by like he's very happy. I mean,
Well, he's not happy. I think
he ends up having a little panic attack, but
Yeah.
he's happy, way more optimistic and happy-go-lucky than Casey Affleck.
I think to me that speaks well of his dad and of Casey Affleck too when he was little. You know, it speaks well of his upbringing.
So yeah, so we've talked about his kids dying, but then also his brother dies, which
Yeah.
is played by Kyle Chandler, which is
Yeah.
your favorite customer ever.
Yeah. I did serve him at the restaurant I worked at, and that's when I learned that I thought I could just be a regular person with anybody, and I think that naiveness. I know it's naivety,
Yeah.
however you say that word. Yeah, no, I'm definitely susceptible to getting starstruck, and he did because it was a busy Friday night. All of a sudden, Kyle Chandler's at my table. I recognize him instantly, but when I walk up, I'm like almost not looking at him. I guess I was looking at his wife or whatever, and then I'm like, oh, blah, 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 and then he starts speaking.
Like buddies, eyes here.
Yeah, he starts speaking, and then all of a sudden, it's his voice, and it's like I heard him before I saw him, and then I didn't hear a word he said. So I was like, I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to repeat everything you just said. I just realized who you are.
Was this before or after this movie?
After. So to be honest with you, I've seen him in a lot of things, and
I don't remember him for this ever kind of thing. He's more.
I did though.
For some reason, I think
What's that show he was in? Bloodline.
he's also in Friday Night Lights.
Yeah. I didn't watch the show. I
didn't
watched
know.
the movie
Yeah.
actually. But no, I remembered him because of Bloodline and then this movie. And this movie, I think, is why I got starstruck because
Bloodline.
the show with him and Ben Mendelsohn.
Oh, it's like the family kind of all turning on each other stuff.
Yeah.
I never watched that, but
I watched the first season, and the way it ended was kind
he's
of
also in every monster movie. He's in like King Kong as one character, and then he's in Godzilla as a different character.
Yeah, they do.
He's in a couple other things that, I like him. I mean, he's not.
I like
he's
him
a
in everything he's in.
Yeah. He's never like very rarely like the headliner of the movie, but
No.
he's always pretty good when he's
Yeah.
in a movie.
Yeah, he's like a scene stealer kind of person.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Him in the flashbacks here, I feel like he does a really good job.
Flashbacks galore in this movie,
Yeah.
but it's
Which is another rule that people kind of often have against, but I think they were actually really important in this movie. Like you needed them for context.
Yeah. And I like it. They're put in a way where it's not like you're not getting information you don't need. Like you
It's
definitely
very important to the story.
very important to the story, and it kind of cuts. And it's kind of like you're kind of inside of his head too
Yeah.
when you're in those flashbacks because he's with I don't know like the lawyer or
Yeah.
figuring out he's got guardianship over his nephew, and then it kind of cuts away, and it kind of cuts back to him. So I like that way. It's more introspective than it is just like a flashback.
Yeah.
And they don't put the damn like little haze on it to make it look like a flashback
Oh,
and stuff.
God, no, that'd be really awkward in this.
Yeah. Surprisingly, as much as we're talking about how depressing it is, it's actually what surprised me the most is actually how funny sometimes it is, and how like sometimes it is optimistic and funny for such a depressing movie.
Yeah.
I like genuinely laughed a couple times, especially I don't know something with the Boston accent makes stuff funnier.
Yeah. Agreed. No, I also I like how they I don't know. This is a little thing, but that first girlfriend, I hate her too. I was glad that he hated her. I was like, there's a way to make us relate to Casey Affleck's character. She was so annoying.
Yep. That reminds-
They come into the kitchen and start making all this noise and everything while he's on the phone, and then she's like, "Oh, I don't think he should hear this conversation," so he has to walk away. I thought that was funny.
Yeah. No, and the son where he's telling him all the things he's going through. He's like, I got 2 girlfriends. I'm in a band.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I
that was
like-
funny.
I thought it was funny.
That was another thing that people complained about, though. Like, a serious movie, and then there's just dumb stuff
Are you
with
sure
with
that
the kid.
emotional moments aren't undercut by jokes in that?
No, because the whole thing is real. It's the kind of jokes people would actually make.
Uh-huh.
It's not
Breaking your own rules now.
No, I'm
just
not.
kidding. I'm just kidding. No,
It has to be unrealistic. It has to be your super movie bullshit.
no.
I get it. This is like a 4 for you. It's not to the
4 out
emotional
of 5, maybe.
resonance. Yeah, I know. A 4 out of 5. It's not to the emotional resonance of Avengers Endgame. You're perfect.
Oh
5 out
my
of 5.
Um,
You say no, but check his letterboxed. It's there's
follow
proof.
me while you're there. So yeah, this movie, yeah, it surprised me with the levity of it. And then I really liked. I don't. For some reason, just the supporting crew around him, I liked too more than I liked Casey Affleck, because he's more just a
Really?
I don't know, his brother's friend.
Yeah, he was
he's
nice.
eating the
He's a good
cheese,
guy.
like just cheese and
Yeah.
the dinner party and stuff. I'm trying to force him because he really doesn't have much of a supporting. It's just him, his nephew, and
Yeah.
kind of been left by himself.
Yeah.
That's where it's kind of like a
Well,
very
he did it to
isolated.
himself. Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of isolated himself. But best role I think I've ever seen Casey Affleck in. When I think of Casey Affleck, I don't know what the first role that comes to my mind really.
He's very good in anything he does.
He hasn't been in much since this movie.
That's not true.
Not a whole lot.
Not a lot of big stuff.
Didn't he? Wasn't he like called like an asshole on set for this movie or something?
No, he got Me Too'd for I'm Still Here.
Oh, okay. I just
Which sounds like it was just the setup for the movie was already like you know how like whenever you're trying to make fun of something, you're kind of doing it too a little bit.
yeah.
And I think that's kind of what happened with the mockumentary situation. I'm Still Here, and they got Me Too'd, and I don't know. I don't think it was like they
So
were
I was
awful
like, that's
people.
why he's not getting cast. Is he still getting? I'm gonna
So
keep talking.
he
I'm gonna
made
check,
he
see
made
what
a
he's been in.
He made a movie with Matt Damon called The Instigators that was on Amazon Prime recently. He's made a lot of movies like himself, like not necessarily a lot himself, but I just mean like there was one that he like directed that he was in. I think what has happened with a lot of actors is, if Hollywood didn't move in their direction, they just kind of started making whatever they can of the kind of movie. Because he's the most.
Oh, he's in Oppenheimer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Just briefly though, not
Yeah.
full on.
He doesn't have a big role in it, but basically
A Ghost Story. I've heard of that one.
it's hard to describe.
999.
999 was good. That might be a movie we do at some point. It's not a perfect movie, but
Yeah, I mean, he's just since this movie, he's. I mean, yeah, it's kind of.
and then the one that I would
kind of
think
been
of,
these
Gone Baby Gone, is
similar
like
movies.
his first like big movie that he was really good in.
We watched that a long
Oh,
time.
you've seen it?
With you? I
Oh, I
don't
guess-
remember much about anything, but yeah,
Ugh.
I forget about Casey Affleck. I don't know why.
I don't.
I know you're a big fan.
And then what's
of
the one
his.
with Christian Bale?
Hmm?
The one with him and Christian Bale.
I don't know.
You gotta find it because that one's another good one. That is like wasn't as
He's in
loved as
Interstellar.
should've
He's
been.
great. Oh, I don't know how I didn't even think about that. Interstellar. Duh.
Who is he in Interstellar?
He is the son grown up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah. What movie are you talking about?
It's him and Christian Bale in Out of the Furnace, maybe.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
That's a
You're
good
right.
one.
I've never seen that, but yeah. So no, I really like that. I really like this movie I really like seeing him in this because it felt like it's been a while since I've seen him.
Yeah.
in
No, he's
really
of the
anything.
three, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Casey Affleck. I feel like he's the most like artsy, like
Yeah.
very, devoted.
He's very
actor.
much not like his brother. I mean, they don't really
Yeah.
play the same roles. They don't do the
No.
same sort of material. They
What-
don't even seem like they. Yeah.
One thing. Well, what's funny is
Are they in
they
any
look.
movies together?
The
Town?
No. What is it? The fucking their first one, the one that they wrote, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Oh, Good Will Hunting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in that. That's probably like his first real role.
Probably.
Um, but no. What was I about to say?
I don't know. What were you? We're talking about Casey Affleck, though. Saying I haven't seen him in anything really. But this was probably his, a better role for him.
I mean, that's what he won Best Actor for. Anyway.
And he did win that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. He's the most artsy one. That's what I was saying. But I do have a new segment here for you that I'm gonna bombard you with,
Okay.
and we'll clip for you.
Okay.
So are you ready for this? Is everyone ready to see Kyle get put on the spot? Alrighty, Kyle.
What's up?
So I need you to no, I'll say it. Kyle is now going to review. Why did I forget the name of the movie?
Manchester by the Sea?
I'm losing it. Kyle is going to review Manchester by the Sea in 60 seconds. Go.
Just a review or like a synopsis?
Give a 60-second review of Manchester by the Sea.
Okay. I'm gonna use okay. So go. Beautifully depressing movie. That I think if you like anything by Alexander McQueen, if you like the Leftovers, the Holdovers, if you like, I meant to say that we were kind of doing the big discussion, but if you like beautifully depressing, well shot movies that deal with real life issues, I think this would be for you. I think they deal with stuff people always want to see how things are dealt with, and they want them to be dealt the right way. I think this movie deals with it in a really realistic way rather than just like a phony, hollow, optimistic way. I think Casey Affleck gives his career performance, obviously. I think the cast around him is also very well done. And the scenery I really liked. I liked the little, just kind of, I don't want to call it podunk town, but kind of this just coastal town. So yeah, I know that's not 60 seconds, but I can keep going. I keep going
anyway.
I can keep going. So yeah, I 4 out of 5 for Manchester by the Sea. If you feel like on a gloomy day you want to sit at home and watch something that hits you right here, I think Manchester by the Sea is your flick.
Nice. So can I give you the one negative I have that I don't know if you'll agree with?
No.
No? Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
I'm just kidding. Dude, I don't think, I think they missed the mark on the music choices.
Oh, no, I like that. I liked it.
You liked the
I
music?
like the music.
I feel like it
really
never
like the music.
fit as well as it should have.
I liked it. That's why I remember. That's why
It would be like serene, oceany music during the emotional parts that it just felt like
that didn't bother me.
it didn't work for me.
I didn't. No. I don't. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but
I just felt like if they were gonna,
that never kind of crossed in my mind.
It's like music can work whenever it's opposing, but it has to be directly opposing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or it just needs to match it. It's either to match or directly oppose it to show I guess not the irony, but you know what I mean. But whenever it's like just slightly adjacent off,
Adjacent's a good word.
it didn't work for me.
It
feels like you tried to pick the right
agree or disagree with that. I mean, I thought it was fine. I think if I had one thing I had to say negative, if I had to say something negative, I think it doesn't start slow. But for some reason, when he learns that he's the guardianship of his nephew, it's like an hour and 15 minutes into the movie. So I feel like the movie really starts going really good, maybe a little too late. But that's not to say it was boring up until then.
I think the way they did it, I liked because I get really engaged with seeing someone's day to day. I don't know.
I did like when he's dealing with that Mrs. Olsen chick.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm the plumber. Like,
yeah.
And then she's like, well, how do you know it's my bathtub? Blah blah blah. Blah. And he's just having this unruly, Karen type.
Yeah.
Bitch.
And he's like,
customer.
I don't give a fuck what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And then the guy who's his boss, it's like, the dude from Civil War.
Yeah.
I've started seeing him in a lot of stuff lately. I could possibly tell you his name.
Yeah, no.
God, he's just like living in a just cave of papers.
Yeah.
To the ceiling, like almost comically stacked up high. But yeah, I don't have much negative to say about this movie other than I don't know when I'd be in the mood to ever watch it again. Because I think
for me, the thing is, by myself, maybe not. But the thing is I'm always going to find people that haven't seen it, so that's what would get me to
Yeah.
watch it all the time.
I would, yeah. Unless I'm showing someone this, I don't go like, I'm really feeling Manchester by the Sea. Let's get depressed.
I felt it multiple times. It was just that like an hour or two would go by because like, all right, after we do these things, and then I'd get to it and be like, it's an emotional journey.
I know.
I'm not ready to go on right now.
That's me, and this is kind of laughable, but that's me with like animated movies that I know are gonna hit hard. Like I haven't seen Toy Story 4 because I've heard like stuff like
Toy
that.
Story 4 doesn't
Because I love Toy Story 3 so much, and it was so emotional.
Oh,
that like I don't.
that's the fourth movie undercutting the third movie, and I think it does because I think if you leave it at 3, it's better.
It's just like I always sit down and be sitting there hovering over a movie and go, am I ready to feel a certain way, or do I just want to escape into something kind of mindlessly sometimes? And very rarely do I sit there and go, all right, here I go. I want to feel this. Like
This explains all of Kyle's movie choices on this podcast right now. It really does.
Yeah. No, I mean, I guess my shit's a little surface level.
Yeah, no, it's really funny because even unfortunately, we'll talk about that next week a lot. So.
Yeah. No, because next week's movie is quite different.
Yeah. Very, very, very different.
But somehow I keep finding connections in between our 2 weeks episodes. So we kept talking about Matt Damon. There's your hint.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I glad you got me to watch this movie.
I almost made a dark joke.
Go ahead.
To be like, oh, a guy, I don't know.
Never mind.
Do I want to put that on the internet?
Probably not.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm glad you got me to watch it because I don't know what circumstance I ever would have watched this movie.
Yeah.
Because I was just like looking at the trailer, I'm like, I don't want to watch a guy and a boy and be all depressed by the scene.
You know what's funny is when I saw it in the theater with my grandma,
grandma?
Yeah.
She probably liked it.
She did. No. So I thought she would be because we see a lot of movies. We did see a lot of movies together, and she would always be, I feel like, into the more, like she had a degree in psychology, right? So she had the capacity for it, but I would always see her not usually like the real stuff. She'd be like, oh, that was too violent or that's too negative.
Like could be rehabilitated to
No. So that's what I thought, right? That's what I thought. And so whenever it ended, I'm like, great, she's going to be like, that's not a very Hollywood
She comes out and
ending.
goes, man, that Casey Affleck's a real pussy.
No. So she came out of it, and I'm expecting any one of those things except the last thing you said. She wasn't going to call him a pussy. But she walked out, and she was like, I just knew he wasn't going to be able to get over that. There was no way. And I was like,
she diagnosed him.
No, she got it. She got it. And I was like, damn, I didn't think she would. But no, it was all old people and everybody. And I looked around and I was like, Nana, I bet everyone thinks you dragged me here, but I dragged you here. Because we had to go to downtown Houston to go and see it because that was the only theater showing it. And I was like, Nana, you have to go with me. And she did.
Well, damn, I think that's a pretty cool note to end on then.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Nana.
Oh, yes, she did. She did pass away.
That's a good note, though. I'm glad
they released an episode, like 2 days after where I kind of shit on her a bit. And it's like, God, right after she died, where I'm shitting on her.
Well, now I
think that's one reason why it
now.
felt good to pick this movie because I have a good story about it. And I told that story right there. And then you know what everyone was saying at the house with all the grandkids? Like, whenever I was like, oh, she got this movie, everyone's like, that story sucked. And they're like, oh, that movie was gay, by the way. And I'm just like, what are you? They like couldn't get through it.
Like, Nana's dying. Stop talking about your movies, Michael.
No. We were all telling stories. It was good. Anyway, definitely watch this movie. I agree with Kyle's 4 out of 5.
I recommend it.
I would probably put it up to a 4.25 out of 5.
Not a 4.26.
You know what? 4.26 out of 5.
There we go.
Definitely recommend. Like, subscribe, comment what you thought of this movie. Even if you have a negative opinion, let us know. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I want to know how they interpret it and if they thought he did it on purpose.
Yeah, nobody thinks that. All right.
Peace out.
Bye.